right, what's happening, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Bubble Podcast, your new home for Bay Area talent, presented by Streetwise Intellect Productions. I am your host, Mystery the Realist, and today we got an extraordinary artist in the studio to talk to us today for an interview. I want to really get into who he is and what he's doing out here in the Bay Area because he is really lighting a fire and creating a buzz for himself, and I want to be a part of that. So that's why we got him in here. And also, guys, I just need y'all to just keep supporting this Bay Area fire. Man, I upload episodes 2 or 3 times a week. So you guys go check it out. We on Google, we on iHeart, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Samsung. I mean, you name it. Podchasers. Y'all go over there and subscribe and follow and like. All right, with all of that said, I got an extraordinary artist in here, and I'm excited to have my man in here, man. He goes by the name of Eddi Projex, and I just want to welcome him, first of all. Thank you, brother, for being here. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How about yourself, man?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well now that you up in here, man, now that we face-to-face and we can chop it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Man, first of all, I had posted, like, one of your songs, like the latest song that you got.
Yeah.
That thing going crazy, man. I'm talking about comments. Everybody is loving that, man. But one thing, I saw a lot of comments talking about Penthouse go crazy. Penthouse do this. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, hold on, bro. Bro name is Eddi Projex, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to look stupid and put a comment on there and be like, man, y'all talking about the wrong person. So, hey, so could you break that down for me? Who is Eddi Projex and who is Penthouse?
Eddi Projex was created, you know what I'm saying, when I was a youngster, you know, like 19, 20 years old. So, you know, that was a part of me. Projects was, you know, wild, outside, you know, like all of us was when we was young, you know what I'm saying? You know, crack era, all that. So I was named Projects, you know what I'm saying? But the Penthouse is basically a transformation, you know what I mean, from being a young wild dude, you know what I mean, to becoming a man and becoming, you know, responsible, you know, in a kind of way. So Projects, you know what I'm saying, of course, that's still in me, that's still me, you know what I mean? That's why I still got the Eddi Projex, IG and social media and all that. Yeah. Just because that's me, you know, that's where I come from, you know what I mean? That's just like, you know, moving out of the hood and forgetting where you come from. Like, that's how I feel about Eddi Projex. But at the same time, it's still a transformation into who I am today and how I live today. That's when the Penthouse come into play. Okay, so is Penthouse like an evolution of the projects? Is that what you're trying to put forth? It's an evolution.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. All right, so you spoke about where you from. So let everybody know exactly what city you from and why you call it home.
I'm from Oakland, East Oakland, California.
Yeah.
Born and raised.
Yeah.
So, you know, grew up there until I was in my, you know, my 20s, almost late 20s, maybe 30s, until we was able to move my family out of the town to a better environment, you know what I'm saying? But I love Oakland. Oakland is who I am. Oakland has made me, you know what I mean? So I always come back to Oakland. You know, I'm in Oakland every day, actually, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's my city.
I mean,
love my city.
I mean, the town is really, has its own character.
Yeah.
It has its own persona. It has its own aura.
Right.
And a lot of people don't understand that. So that's why I like to have artists explain why they call it home.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying to move out, guys. Everybody tries to get money to move out of where they at because it's called elevating.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I appreciate that, you know what I mean? But you still got that swag and you still calling it home, though.
Yeah, man. Like I say, I'm here every day. You know what I'm saying? So, this is my city. I love my city. You know what I mean? Like I said before, this the city that raised me, that made me. You know what I'm saying? We was all out in these streets. You know what I'm saying? And growing up in Oakland. You know what I mean? And it's a part of me that'll never leave. You know what I mean? Like I love this place. It's a different environment. It's about hustling. You know what I mean? Players. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up. You know what I mean? And that's what I looked up to. That's what I gravitated to. Yeah. You know what I mean? The hustlers and the players, man. So, you know, that's what I wanted to be.
I see that. I see that swag in your I see that swag in your music, right?
Right.
And I heard you say now. you know what I mean, as far as like the players and the hustlers.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
are you
yeah.
not seeing the players and the hustlers now? What is your take on what's going on now?
I think of course, um, generation after generation, the city changed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of course, back in the day, it was a lot more hustling going on because, it was kind of like the crack era. It was kind of like people was able to make money back then. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's a different time. So, money ain't easy to get like it was back in the day. You used to be able to walk outside and, you know what I mean, make you a couple thousand for the day. You know what I mean, and be on about your way. But today, you know what I'm saying, it's different. You know what I mean? You got a lot of bipping, you got a lot of robbing, you got a lot, you know what I mean? So, and in my era, players didn't really do that. Not to knock nobody hustle or nothing like that was going on right now, but
I mean that's not really a hustle.
But you know what I'm saying? Some people might think that, you know what I'm saying, and they mind, they that's a hustle for them, you know what I mean? Like, breaking the houses and doing all that, that's a hustle for them. But, that's why I said now. Back in my day, it wasn't that. You know what I mean? We wasn't in, we was into getting money, you know what I'm saying, looking fresh, you know what I'm saying, trying to knock something. And, that's what we was on.
The era, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
From the
same era.
For sure.
So as far as the music, bro, when did you decide to professionally start doing this? When did you like, all right, I'm going from the blocks to paying my money to do this and really make it happen?
I was a teenager, you know what I mean, because I always looked up to people that was rapping, especially in Oakland. So I was always intrigued by Oakland rappers. And then we was able to hook up with the Loonies when we was young and in high school. So, that really motivated me to really want to rap. And then Numbskull for the Loonies took me on a tour, you know what I'm saying, fresh out of high school. So, that was real big to me, and that really made me want to be like, okay, I'm going to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I was still in the street and was a knucklehead, but that, like, transformed me into being like, I really want to do this. And then just me with the work ethic I have, right, and the hustle that I have, you know what I mean. It just kept me at it, kept me going, and keep it and staying focused.
So you say Numbskull was the one that really influenced you to really try to do that?
Yeah, I would say the Loonies in a combination, right? But who really took me up under their wing was Numbskull. No. Yeah. So I was able to follow behind him.
All right, that's what's up. So as an artist, I know that it takes an amazing amount of resiliency to get up and follow your dream and still live life.
Yeah.
And still try to be ahead in life.
Yeah.
All right, so how do you do that, bro? What do you do to get up and be like, I got to get this done as well as live my life and then have projects out? Because I see you on all kind of podcasts. We're going to get into that as well. So how do you do that?
Man, I think my wife, she called me a machine because I do everything like clockwork. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm working, I'm working. You know what I'm saying? If I'm rapping, I'm rapping. Like, it's a scheduled time. Everything is scheduled out, and I'm going to go by that schedule. So if I got to go to the studio after, I get through handling my business through the day, that's what I'm going to do. So everything is like clockwork. You know what I mean? So that's what I be on. Like, it got to happen. I got to get up and go get some money in the day, right, to pay the bills, right? I have a dream and I want to be a rap star, right, or a rapper, right? So I'm a put my time into that too. It's just about figuring the time out and executing that time.
So organization is a real
most definitely
big key to what you do.
And I'm not even the most organized person. You know what I mean? I'm just
this is a learned trait.
Yeah, I'm just when I'm focused on something. Yeah. Sometimes it was one track mind, tunnel vision. That's just what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I'm gonna get up, you know what I mean, and I'm gonna go to work, and then I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna go to the studio. Then I'm gonna come home, if I have to do that every day, that's gonna be my same routine every day.
Right. So when did you really reach a point to where it was like, damn, I'm seeing progress? You feel what I'm saying? I see people liking my stuff. I'm gonna keep doing it.
I think
it takes a long time to reach that point.
Yeah, well, I
have to get over hurdles and obstacles.
Yeah, like right now, this is me right now starting all over again. But back in the day, with my group, the Hitters on the Payroll, when we dropped our album Underground, yeah, Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that. I know about hitters on the payroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when we dropped our underground album, Underground Like Dead People, and when we was doing shows, and we used to see the reaction of people when we did shows. A lot of the people that we didn't even know, but they were just coming out and supporting us, and the reaction they was getting, like, that really drove me to another level. Like, I really want to do this. Like, I'm not gonna stop doing this because I want to continue getting this feeling. At that time, it wasn't about money at all. Like, we wasn't getting paid. We wasn't worried about no money. We was just worried about the feeling like that we was getting, and worried about the love that we had for it. Going to the studio, you know what I mean, creating what we was creating at the time. We wasn't worried about no money, just the music, just the love of the music.
Yeah, and that euphoria you get when you're on stage.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
don't understand when you get that when you're on stage, guys. It's the euphoria you get that no drink, no weed, no coke, no nothing can even top. I mean,
Nah,
that high is like it's addicting, bro.
it's big time.
It's addicting.
Yeah,
So
it's big time.
that's dope. So you was on hitters on the payroll then.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. So how long was you getting down with them? Because I know about hitters on the payroll. I mean, that's from my era. So how long was you getting down with them? And
We started like
what happened?
97, 98. I think we all started doing our own thing maybe like 2004, probably around that time. You know what I mean? Yeah, about 2004, I think 2005, something like that. But yeah, so we was brothers. We grew up together. We all went to the same schools pretty much. You know what I mean? Here and there. You know what I mean? So I mean since elementary. And then but they was rapping before me. I looked up to them rapping. You know what I mean? So they was already on their game, and then I just jumped in, like, you know what I mean. And then luckily they just drugged me in to be a part of it.
Now, when you say jumped in and drug you in, do you mean that they heard you rapping and it was like, okay, bruh, got it?
Yeah.
So
I had shy lyrics back then. You know how they say shy lyrics? You just write in the room and then you don't never rap in front of nobody.
Yeah.
And then one day I just started rapping in front of them. You know what I'm saying? And then they start taking me serious. Like, man, Eddie got it. You know what I'm saying? So once that happened, what happened was the first time that the hitters on the payroll, probably the second time, hitters on the payroll went to the studio was Kurt Fletch and Jeff the Theft, which was Nun's brother, our manager at the time. He took Kurt and Fletch to the studio, and they was on their way. And then they came and picked me up like, hey, come to the studio with us. We going to the studio with Numbskull. You feel what I'm saying? And it was us three at the time. And we went in the studio and laid a song. And then from that point on, Numb looked at us and was like, yeah, I'm fucking with y'all.
That's what's up. See, now I'm glad you brought this point up because a lot of people think that it just has to do with who you know. That's not true. I mean, it's a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of who you know.
Yeah.
But then once you get in, you have to put in the work to keep it lit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like once you get in, don't stop. I mean, it's just like who you know. Then what?
Yeah.
So I don't want people to get out there and be like, okay, he knew them. This man putting in work.
No,
I'm trying to get it out there.
And to clarify that, like you had to have talent to get in the booth with them back in the day, because they would tell you that's garbage. Get out of the booth. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, it's like get out of the booth.
Trash.
That's trash.
Yeah.
That's like Polo. When Polo came to the hitters on the payroll, every time he got in the booth, he was trash. They told him he was trash. You trash. You trash. You trash. You trash. He hated it. He couldn't understand it. We fighting for him every time. We like, man, he ain't trash. Like he was before he went to Atlanta, he was the rawest.
Yeah.
When he came back, he just had Polo from the hitters on the payroll.
Okay.
So when he came back from Atlanta, he was just had a different swag, and they didn't understand it. So then we had to kind of like coach him to get back into our swag, the town swag. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Once he got that back, then everybody like, oh, he the nigga. You know what I'm saying? But before, we had to fight to get him in the group.
I mean, maybe he needed that though.
Oh, he most definitely needed that.
To go and evolve and grow.
Oh, most definitely.
Man,
yeah.
That's dope. Bro. I love hearing stories like this. This is what I'm talking about. That's why I be bringing people in here like this. That's dope. So I grew up. Well, I can't say grew up. I spent most of my adult life listening to the Mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mm-hmm. How did you link up with them?
Cause the Mechanics did the Hitters on the Payroll first project,
That's
first album.
what it was.
Yeah,
Okay.
they
See,
did.
I know
They did our first 2 albums.
Okay.
Well, Dot 4 Racks did the first album by himself, and then the second album they both did. That's when they was coming together of being the Mechanics. They wasn't even the Mechanics then. They was just Dot and Tweed when they did our second album. So that's how. And then after that, after we did them 2 albums, I knocked the solo album out with them that never came out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You still got it?
Well, what we did was when I started dropping solo projects, I used to just go buy the songs from them and put them on them songs. So like Breezy as Ever and a few other songs that I released on different albums. It was actually from that solo album that I worked with them. You know what I mean? And that solo album it was way ahead of its time. Like Breezy as Ever was on KMEL. When it dropped on KMEL, it was 7 years old that I did it with the Mechanics 7 years prior.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was ahead of its time. If I would have just wouldn't see back then, I was a knucklehead. I didn't want to listen to 4 Racks back then. I wasn't listening to nobody.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I was projects. You know, that's why they call me projects. So
That's
I wouldn't listen.
That's town shit. I mean, I ain't even gonna lie.
You know
That's town shit. Yeah.
You wasn't gonna tell me what you could tell me.
That's fucked up,
You know
part
what
of
I'm
our
saying?
era, guys.
Yeah.
But that's what it was.
Yeah, I wasn't listening. Like if you made me mad, we was gonna get ugly.
Yeah.
And me and Dot used to, 4 Racks they call him now. We used to bump heads a lot.
Yeah.
So I just walked away from the project. Like, man, fuck it. I
I'm
ain't
done.
Doing it. I ain't doing it. That was the projects mentality right there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I used to be on. You know what I mean? So the good thing is to fast forward to now. You know what I mean? I always felt like I needed to do a album with them. Like it was like an unfinished thing. Like I knew that we can make some classic next level music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because how we did that first album. You know what I mean? So Doc called me one time when after he got the brain surgery. 4 Racks called me after he got the brain surgery, and he said he had a thought about me when he was down. And he was like, man, when I woke up, I was like, I gotta call Eddie and tell him that we gotta work. We gotta do something together. And once he did that, once he made that call, I'm like, let's go, let's do it.
Okay. So that was gonna be my question right there. Is like, okay, you left the project like projects. Yeah. I mean, you like, man, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not messing with you fools.
Yeah.
So what changed? So I guess after he had his little situation,
it changed way years. You know, like it was just that moment. It was just that moment during that time of us making that album
heated.
Where it was heated.
Yeah.
And it was like prior stuff of that you know that was friction with the first album that
was kind of cloudy. It was kind of cloudy.
So it was
like,
bad kind of then.
I got
Going into that, it was still rocky. You know what I mean? The whole time it was rocky until the point I was like, man, I'm done. I ain't doing it. Yeah. But it wasn't like it wasn't never like fuck him or nothing like that. We brothers. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, I'm not doing that. I'm moving on. I'm gonna keep my work, but I can come back to the studio and chill. I can see you and chill. We can hang out. We can drink.
But I'm doing my own thing.
And y'all doing your own thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like that. It wasn't no real bad. I mean, it was some little.
It's always bad between
turmoil.
Siblings.
You know what I mean?
Always
like
bad.
So we just figured it out. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, man. I'm glad y'all did, bro. Cause y'all, I mean, the one that you got out right now, we're gonna get into that in a minute. Like I say, I want people to know the artist, and that's why we talking about what you got going on.
Yeah.
The one you got going out right now, I mean, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope to me. You know what I mean? When I first heard it, I mean, 4 Racks had posted it. I think it was like 2 hours later. I'm reposting that thing.
Yeah. I appreciate that too.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm out here for the artist. So, damn, that's dope. All right. So, speaking on being independent and moving independently, are you working with any labels right now, or do you have any prospects of any labels that's trying to get at you right now, or what you doing?
Nah, I'm my own label. Well, me and my business partner, call him Fat Shitty, Jay Will. Me and him is Payroll Entertainment, so we are our own label, and we looking for new artists too at the same time. But we are our own label. We dropping our own music. Our first project, like I said, is gonna be with the Mechanics. But in the meantime, I'm gonna drop 2 EPs in between that. But yeah, I ain't. You know, right now, man, I'm just dropping music. I'm gonna drop music and get leverage and see what I could do. You know what I'm saying? Get some leverage. You know what I mean? See what people talking about. See where the bread at. Keep working. you know what I'm saying, to keep doing my thing the way I want to do it.
Absolutely. Independently, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Are you trying to be signed to any type of label?
Nah.
Not at all?
I mean, if they come with the right check at the right time, you know what I'm saying? But right now,
I think that's oxymoron, right? That's an oxymoron.
It's kind of like, I'm not even worried about that because it's going to take a whole lot for a label to take me, to stop me from doing what I'm doing. I got a lot of responsibilities that I take care of, and I got a lot of things
here and now.
do. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Here and now. I can't wait no 10 years for my bread, bro.
Nah, man. I ain't worried about that.
So the major label type thing, that's not off the table, but you know what I mean? If it comes right,
yeah,
you'll mess with it though.
They gotta give my label a deal. That's what it have to be. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sign to no label. I'm not signing as an artist. They gotta sign my label.
Done deal. It's in your mind. You ain't doing it.
Yeah, they gotta sign the label. Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's how I'm doing it.
So why don't you explain?
I'm too grown for that, bro. I'm too grown to be signing.
I mean, that's what I need to explain to people, right?
I'm too grown to be worried about signing to a major label.
Somebody
as
paying
artist.
You for your talent, right?
Yeah,
and that's what I want people to understand out here. That's what this platform is about.
I got you.
You feel what I'm saying?
I got you.
I want people to hear this because it is bull.
I got too many responsibilities to be waiting for somebody to pay me.
Yeah.
I'd rather be the one that's paying somebody else.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I want to sign the checks, not wait for somebody to sign the check to get me.
Absolutely. Doing something you love to do.
Doing what I love to do. And I'd rather look out for other people in the process of that, because the record label ain't going to look out for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting in a position to get some money, of course, to benefit myself and my family.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I want to turn back and look out for somebody else and put them on.
Yeah.
And make sure they don't get whooped by the label.
So your whole point is like networking.
Yeah.
Future networking,
and
bringing up the generations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
See, that's what I love. That's dope as fuck, bro. I love having people on here like that.
Yeah.
That's what this whole network is about.
Most definitely.
And I'm glad you're becoming a part of this.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever tried to shop a demo to a label? Because I know as artists, everybody has this. Like me, I try to do like Capitol Records and stuff like that. But have you ever tried to shop a demo?
Most definitely. When I was younger, when I had songs on the radio. I think when I was maybe 15 years ago, something like that, I had like 2 songs on KMEL at one point. Well, one here, then one here. During that time, I was trying to get a deal. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to sign to anybody that had a deal. You know what I'm saying? Not that I actually talked to one, but, that was my main goal. That was my main goal to get a deal. Yeah.
So as far as like songs on KMEL, how did that go?
You gotta hire you a like the big labels do. You gotta hire you a radio promoter. That's what they call them, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then they push your record for you. So you hire that guy. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna go into the radio stations, to the DJs. That's able to go in there, because I can't just walk in.
I can't walk in the
DJ meetings at KMEL, and you know what I mean.
Right.
So you hire the person that can. So that's how that worked. You know what I'm saying? We was able to hire somebody and they worked the record for us.
And then eventually that kind of like burnt out, or you still got that rocking?
No, I wouldn't do it now. You know what I'm saying? That was just me hungry, trying to get on any kind of way.
Any kind of way that we was exposed to.
We're going to spend money. We're going to do whatever, this, that.
Which was the wrong way, guys. That's the wrong way.
I mean, it's not the right way. I mean, it's not the wrong way if you have, your business together. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how you're supposed to do it.
Absolutely. You're right on that.
You know what I mean? You're supposed to hire people that can work for you
if you have the resources.
If you have the resources. But at the same time, you got to have the business to back it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So everything will fall in place like it's supposed to fall in place.
Absolutely.
That's what labels do. Labels pay. They spend $250,000 for records.
Just promotions.
Yeah, and for records that get spent.
Yeah.
$250,000 on the record that gets spent. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna have the machine behind it. But they business is intact. Everything gonna roll out with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I like asking all artists this question. Guys, y'all know that. I like probing into the artists and figuring out who they are. So as far as Eddi Projex or Eddi Penthouse, what do you want people to take away when they hear them names? What, you know what I mean? What kind of aura of a person or imagery do you want people to have when they hear your name as an artist?
I really want them to really just pay attention to, a person of being able to elevate and overcome, you know what I'm saying, being projects, you know what I'm saying, from, you know what I'm saying, selling dope, you know what I mean, taking drugs, whatever, you know what I'm saying, and bouncing back and becoming a family man, a dad, a husband, you know what I'm saying, a good son to my mom, you know what I'm saying, like overcoming everything, the trials and tribulation of life in Oakland, California, you know what I'm saying, and then becoming into a penthouse, a stand-up guy handling his business, you know what I'm saying, because if you would have knew me 20 years ago, you wouldn't have never thought I'd be in this situation. So I really want to be like a person that can mentor and that can, you know, that can look out for the young people and really be a spokesperson, you know, at one point in time to where people can look at me and be like, damn, man, you really did that? Yeah, I really did that. Look at me now.
Look at me now, yeah.
You can do it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On that kind of shit.
Okay, so as far as being like the kind of man that people should emulate and you're trying to follow those footsteps, I get that. Yeah. Now, as an artist, what do you want people to be like? Do you want people to be like, damn, bruh shit slap, or bruh got some smooth stuff, or bruh be talking about, you know what I mean? This, I understand on the human side, that was a beautiful answer, but now I want to hear about the artist.
The artist side, you know, like he slapped, you know what I mean? Like he stayed consistent in making good music. Yeah. He always stayed consistent making good music. You know what I mean? That's what I want people to know about me. You know what I'm saying? It was always quality over quantity. You know what I mean? When every time he dropped something, it went crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want people to do. And it was always on point.
Are you getting like that reaction from like your past projects? And we about to start talking about those as well. Are you getting like those reactions like he dope, or is it like 50-50, or you know what I mean? Let us know, man.
Right now, you know what I mean? To be honest, bro, since I've been doing these podcasts and these radio interviews and all that, like people have been using the term legend, like Oakland legend, right? And I really like, what they calling me a legend? Like I really had to be like, what they calling me? Like I don't even look at it like that, you know what I mean? I just look at it like I was just working. But then I think it was my brother or something. He was like, bro, you gotta really, bro, you really put your work in like that. You know what I mean? Like
you got projects out here.
Yeah, you put the work in, the projects out there. You was talking your shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A lot of people couldn't really out rap you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to just take that L. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's not really an L.
I'm talking about the legend
L. I got you. So as far as like how does that make you feel right now? I mean, does that make you like want to go harder in your projects as far as like you making right now? Yeah. And I know we're saying projects a lot, guys, and you name Eddi Projex, but we talking about music, his catalog. Yeah. So what are you doing right now?
It's making me want to go harder. You know what I mean? Because really, the music that they put in the legend behind, like I feel like that was all incomplete.
Old. Yeah,
it was incomplete. Like I feel like I didn't do nothing right during those days. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true artistry right there.
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
True artistry right there.
Like I was, sometimes I'd be lazy in the studio. Sometimes
like I don't even
say
like
any
that, bro.
word, like whatever. That, you know what I'm saying? I'll say any line and let it, even if I really knew in my mind like that wasn't it, I'd keep it being lazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now it's like, nah, we ain't
about to rush this.
Nah, man. If I gotta record it, if I gotta do a verse over 3 times, I'm gonna do a verse over 3 times.
30 times.
Man, it don't matter, man. That's just like the single that's out right now, Sucker Ducking. I did the first verse in the lab. I left. Mm-hmm. Came back with another verse for the second verse. Mm-hmm. That wasn't it. Left. Came back with a third verse and was like, all right, that's it.
Now, in between those times that you was leaving, you had to be listening to it and being like critiquing yourself, right? Because a lot of us are hard on ourselves. You have to be hard on yourself as an artist.
You got to. That's the only way you're going to make it.
That's the only way you're going to evolve, man. That's the only way. So I know you was doing that, right? So when you first, I'm glad you brought up Sucker Ducking, man. I love it. Right. All right, let's go on and talk about that right now. So what was the inspiration between Sucker Ducking? I know this because I'm from Oakland. Mm-hmm. And I know what the term sucker ducking even came from. It's just like, man, we stay over there. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? But you got a smooth approach on the beat and smooth, like, delivery. I mean, it's dope, bruh. It's not even about, like, fuck them niggas and all of this. It's more, you know what I mean? You smooth with it. So where did that come from, man?
To be honest, man, I always wanted to do a Father Don beat. And the mechanics knew
Father
that.
Don.
Yeah.
I remember Father Don.
Yeah, so basically, really what I did was we had 2 options with 2 beats. It was Tell Your Baby Mama Leave Me Alone. No, that one, Tell Your Baby Mama Leave Me Alone, and Flossing Is the Way. So when I came in the studio, they had Tell Your Baby Mama Leave You Alone beat. That's that beat. So I was already on my laid back flow like Dom, so I was like, I'm gonna come with a laid back flow like Dom did, pretty much.
That boy was
flow.
A lyricist, boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal his flow, and I'm gonna flip his flow on that beat.
Yeah.
The sucker ducking part really came for 4 Racks. 4 Racks with them hooks.
Yeah.
So he was just like, we was vibing, and he was just like, sucker ducking on the beat. You know what I'm saying?
While it was going, while you was trying to write and all of that.
I wasn't even writing yet. He was just sucker duck. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So then when he started coming up with the hook, I started writing. So by the time he was done with the hook, I was ready to lay the verse.
That's what's up, man. So how long did it take to put that together? I want people to understand the real process. People think that you can go in and make one song in like 30 minutes. And a lot of people can. You know what I mean? I've done it, and it's possible. But how long was the process to get that together, all the way from pen to you being in the podcast and all of that stuff?
To be honest, the first session took probably about an hour.
Okay.
The first session took about an hour. Then, like I said, I didn't do the second verse that day.
Right.
So I just did one verse. He did the hook, and then I cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I came back, like I said, and then when I come back, I already got the verse ready. So it took me like 15 minutes. Then I sat down, read the room. I already felt a certain kind of way. I'm like, nah, that ain't it. I'm gonna come back. Then I came back again, and then laid that verse, and then that was him. So about another 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So once it was all completed, and I felt good about the second verse as well as I did about the first one, then we was like, okay, let's mix this, let's master this.
Send it out. Let's distribute it.
Let's get the video. Let's shoot the video. Everything just start working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just start working it.
So who shot the video for you?
Stewie Films.
Stewie Films.
Yep.
All right.
Films,
is he gonna be an intricate part in all your future projects as far as videos?
I'm gonna use him as much as I can. We got another video that we did too. We actually shot the video that we didn't release. We shot that one first before Sucker Ducking. We were just trying to figure it out. The mechanics was just like, out of all the songs we got before we dropped this single that we already shot, they like, Eddie, we need something to just really grab everybody.
Right.
And that's why we came up with the Sucker Ducking.
So are you pushing this in circulation to complete your project that you got going on right now, or what are you doing?
Yeah, we're gonna push it as far as we can push it. You know what I mean? As much as we can push it, we're gonna push it. And then if we have to drop another single, we're gonna do that with a video. But right now we're just worried about working on the project, keep pushing this record. And then, like I said earlier, Eddi Projex got a few things to say. So we probably drop a couple of EPs before me. I'll probably drop a couple of EPs without the mechanics of Eddi Projex before Eddie Penthouse drop.
Okay. So what we're talking about now is Eddie Penthouse.
Yep.
All right. So what is Sucker Ducking a single off of a album?
Yeah.
Or EP or what? Yeah, let us know about that. So how many?
It's a single off an album.
Okay, how many tracks you got on that thing so far?
So far, like I said, we got like 13, but we ain't done yet. Hopefully I'll be able to do like 20.
20?
Yeah, and then pick.
Okay.
Pick and have a solid like 14.
Okay, I was about to say, man, 20 is kind of like a double album, man. That's old school. That's the 80s.
Nah, hell no. I would like to do more, way more songs than I'm going to actually have on the album, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much control do you have? I mean, I know you said it is your label, right? You doing this. How much control do you have over final say-so and everything? Because I need people to understand that you can have complete control or you can have no control,
right,
and still have a great product.
Right.
So Sucker Ducking is super, super tight. And I know that you've already broke down process, but how much control do you have over the final say-so of your projects? Anything you put out.
All right, so Penthouse, right? I'm more open with things now, right? When I was projects, I really wasn't open. I always wanted to have the final say so, even if it was wrong, right?
Okay, I hear you.
So now being Penthouse, because of course is all independent, right? We all running. So now with Penthouse, we got a good process going. You know what I'm saying? There's 4 of us. It's me and my business partner, and it's the mechanics, right? So we kind of vote on, you know what I'm saying, what's the move to make, what's the final say so. And then if majority vote, then that's what we go with.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's pretty dope. I mean, so it's like it's almost a democracy type of thing.
Yeah.
But it's a business partner.
It's a business part, yeah.
I like that, bro.
Yeah.
So the mechanics is also a part, an intricate part of your catalog because they're making the beats, or what? How does that go?
Yeah. It's kind of like, so with this project, this album that we're working on, we going 50-50.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We do everything 50-50.
So they make the beats, you come in, spit it, and then y'all promote it together.
Any promo, any videos, any whatever, you know what I'm saying? We do everything together.
That's dope. Could you explain to people how that works? Because I need people to understand that you don't always need to pay somebody and think that it's going to do something. You can work with people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Please explain that.
You just got to you got to have a business game together, you know what I mean? Like, and have good relationships with people. Like, people have to trust you.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you don't burn bridges, be solid, you know what I mean? You can get into business with people and really, you know, say, okay, hey, so-and-so, you make the beats, I rap. Let's do a project, split it 50-50. You know what I mean? To where you ain't got to come out of the pocket, right? But you just can't waste their time and burn that bridge. You know what I'm saying? They got to trust you, and you got to hold your word, you know what I'm saying, and do what you got to do.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, man, that's dope, bruh. You up here, you shooting off the answers, man. That's dope, bro. You're doing exactly what I need you to do for the people out here, because this platform is to inspire the aspiring. Yeah. If that makes sense. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. So what should we be looking out for besides this project? I heard you saying Projects got something coming out. Yeah. All right. Speak a little bit on what Projects got coming out.
Projects got two EPs coming out, a part 1 and a part 2.
Could you speak on the names on them? I mean, I don't want you to give away too much. You feel what I'm saying? But I want you to let people know that we got more out here besides Sucker Duck.
Yeah. I mean, Sucker Duck is Penthouse. See, and I'm trying to figure out. I'm in the process of figuring out like how to separate the two.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I think one of the titles for the part 1 and part 2 is gonna be called "My Old Shit Is Better Than Your New Shit."
Are you going?
And that's Projects talking.
I mean, that's what we need sometimes,
that's
right?
Projects talking.
But is it gonna be some of your actual old stuff?
I don't want to say that right now.
Come on, bruh.
You know what I'm saying? No, you know what I'm saying? I of course, man, you gotta think I took off like, as far as like releasing projects, I took off like maybe 10 years or something, or less.
We
or
all
whatever,
do.
Right?
We all do.
But I was still recording. I was still in the studio. So
you're still sitting on stuff. You can go back and fix that up and touch that up and
might not even have to fix it.
Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So you sitting on it then. So you got stuff in the clip. You ain't just going out and be like, okay, I'm gonna bring this out, and then you're going to write it all. You got it already done. So that's what I need people to know.
You ready to go?
Yeah.
You ready to go?
That's what's up. All right. So when you gonna send me some music, man? When you gonna? I know I haven't asked you. I haven't. I've been letting you do your thing. I don't like crowding the artists. You feel what I'm saying? I don't like being like, oh, I see you over here on this podcast. I see you over here. I see. I don't like doing that. So when I get you in here though, I gotta put you on a grill. So it's like, when I'm gonna get some money, bro? I mean, not some money. So when I'm gonna get some music from you?
That's a hard question, man. Because when you mess with the mechanics, they don't like for the music to come out. Bro.
I know.
Rex don't not.
I know he don't even like nobody sharing his posts.
He don't want you. Eddie, don't let nobody get a hold of that. Don't send that to nobody. You know what I'm saying? He real tight with his music. But I figured out. We figured out. I'll let you hear some.
What about some old stuff?
No, I'll let you hear some of that Eddi Projex stuff that's coming out.
Okay.
Some of the EP. I'll send you some of that.
Okay. You saying let me hear, but I'm gonna play it.
You going? Oh yeah, it's good.
Okay, all right, yeah,
for sure.
Okay, I'm playing it. When you send me the music, I'm playing it on the platform.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So people can listen to it.
Yeah, you're gonna.
So that's why I understand where Rack's coming from. It's like, this is bread and butter. Yeah. You can't allow people to just keep going out there and downloading it and get played out on it. Sure. So I get it.
Yeah, for sure.
I get that part.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you some of that and let you play it for sure.
Damn, bro. I think we're winding down, but
it's all good.
But I want you to tell the people what it is that Eddi Projex is going to bring to the table with this catalog that you're making right now. That we can't talk about. It's top secret, y'all. But
Penthouse.
It's Penthouse.
Penthouse.
Projects is the one coming out with the EPs.
Yeah, Projects.
Okay, gotcha.
Penthouse.
So Penthouse. What is this overall gonna be when you say Penthouse? Is it gonna be suave? Is it gonna be like Macadocious?
It's gonna be a collective of everything. It's gonna be some MCing on there with live instruments. It's gonna be I got a couple songs with a couple hot young cats. You know what I'm saying? And I got them like on my level of like, you know, not they ain't really talking about the gangster shit too much. I got them on my level where I'm guiding them to where what I want them to talk about. I'm doing club stuff. I'm talking to the females. I'm talking real life storytelling about my life and what I went through. Like
so it's a life embodiment.
Oh man, it's embodiment, man. It's,
okay.
Yeah, it's big time. It's big time.
That's pretty dope,
It's gonna be different. It ain't gonna be like nothing that people used to. I'm giving them something different.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. So take this time to go ahead and give all your shouts out. That's your camera right there. Give all your shouts, your plugs, whatever you got going on. If you got merch, let people know where you're going. You got shows coming up. Let people know what you got going on, brother.
Right now, man, I want to give a shout out to the whole payroll family. Want to give a shout out to the mechanics. Most definitely give a shout out to my family, my kids, my wife. We got some Sucker Ducker t-shirts on the way, man. Y'all stay tuned for that. That's gonna be the merch to start off with. You know, pay attention. Hey, man, y'all keep downloading and keep streaming that Sucker Ducking. Eddi Projex got the EPs coming out, so it's work. We working, man. We just getting started, bro. So, and then y'all come check me out. You got the Eddi Projex, the EDDI_Projects, PROJEX, Instagram. You know what I'm saying? That's what everything that I got going on now, everything I've been had going on previously. And then I got the new page, the Eddi Penthouse, EDDI_Penthouse, IG. So y'all can come check that out too, support that as well.
What do you got going on the Penthouse? What you gonna do on that?
Is it
going? Yeah, I saw that. I said it's all business.
Yeah.
Talk to Penthouse.
Yeah. Business only, man.
So what is it? I mean, business as far as like music, right?
Yeah, music. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
so you ain't gonna have no songs or nothing on there.
And I'm gonna drop some Penthouse like freestyles and some. I'm gonna do some, but it's gonna be different. Everything on Penthouse is gonna be orchestrated. Like it's gonna be like for a reason, and it's gonna be a reason why I did it, or it's gonna be a reason why I posted that, or it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying. So that's why I mean business. I'm not just gonna be posting anything on that page.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying.
It's all business and all strictly straight facts.
Yeah, man. We getting to the point.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's been dope talking to you, bro. I appreciate you coming in here to this platform.
Most definitely.
And chopping it up with me, bro.
I appreciate you having me, for real.
Yeah, man, it's absolutely.
Yeah, for real.
This is what it's about, man.
Yeah.
I want people to understand that this platform is for the artists, about the artists, and always going to push and support the artists to get further. So I'm behind you, bro.
I appreciate you.
I'm behind you.
Yes, sir.
Even if you and Rax don't want to send me no music.
We gonna see you something ASAP, man. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Rax up in here too, man.
Yeah.
I seen him up in here talking to my little brother on I Need to Know podcast.
Okay,
man.
okay.
So I see Forax do talk to people.
Oh, he do.
So it's not like.
But I think he kind of mad at podcasts right now.
Really?
Yeah. But you different though. So you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I try to approach people different. Thank you, brother. Thank you for even speaking on that. Thank you for speaking on that. All right. Before we end anything, I mean, you got any questions for me, bro? Anything that you want to say to me or anything at all?
No,
before I ended up.
No, I appreciate you, bro. Keep doing your thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing my music on your page, and I appreciate you having me today, bro. For real.
Absolutely, it's been a pleasure, man.
Yes, sir.
It's been a pleasure. All right, you guys, I have had my man in here, and it's always a pleasure to have my man in here. Well, I can't say always. It's the first time he was here, but it's always a pleasure to have artists from the Bay Area that are down to earth, forward thinking, and know what they want to do in life. And man, I love having these conversations. I wish they can't end, but sometimes they have to because we got to get to the next episode. So I appreciate you guys. You guys have been tuned in to another episode of the Bubble Podcast presented by Streetwise Intellect Productions. I've been your host, Mr. Reed the Realist, and here with my man Eddi Penthouse / Eddi Projex.
Yeah.
And man, it was dope, man. Y'all go check him out. He on Instagram and he everywhere. So again, this has been another episode, and until the next podcast episode, guys, I'll check y'all later. Love y'all. I'm out. Peace.
Dope, bro. Dope, bro.